there.
Okay, so we're gonna do slow polyrhythm, together, right, left, right, 3 against 2. So it's gonna look like this: together, right, right, together, right, right. Dum 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 dum. Together, right, right, together, right, right. Now, if you have that comfortably, you can start counting the triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And then you feel that, you can start doing the quarter note relationship. 3, 4. And then level 2 would be, I'm just going to count the 8th note for you. And 2, and 3, and 4, and that's the left hand, right? So if I take out 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and right?
Okay.
And then if I take out the left hand, you'll hear the triplet really clearly, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. But I'm still doing the pattern in my body, right? I'm just taking out the sound of the left. So you hear that triplet alone? This is called the 3-sided polyrhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. And I can bring the hand back in. And now you hear the relationship. You hear that?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And then faster. So I'm going to take the left hand out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back together. And then take the left, right. Now you hear the 8th note. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and together. So we have a triplet, or a 3 over 2 polyrhythm. You know, and I guess we would say 3 over 2 because we're really kind of feeling that triplet. We could say 2 over 3. And I don't know for sure what we have to call this because we're not, it's not like in relationship to reading music. So I think
excellent.
that's why some people. Okay.
I love if you can do it with the bongos before you leave.
Yeah. Before I stop the recording. Yeah.
Yes.
So here, I'll put the bongos up here. It's a beautiful sound, right? So we got. And there's my quarter note. I'm going to play the bongos lighter so you can hear the quarter note. All right, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now I'm counting the quarter note. 4, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 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 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. Now switch to.
Excellent. Beautiful.
And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Beautiful. Excellent.
So,
You know, when you're playing this, that is a song very close to my city in Venezuela.
oh, cool.
Yeah, where all the slaves arrived in the early 18th, 100.
I mean, that's that rhythm. I mean, it's a polyrhythm, and it's been around. It's a primal. It kind of like strikes a chord with our primal beings because in our ancestors, because these rhythms have been with us for so many years.
Yeah, there's some similar. The similarities are very close to the rhythm from Barlovento.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
nice.
learn a little. I'd like to learn a little bit more of that. You know, I've studied West African rhythms a bit, and obviously Afro-Cuban rhythms,
Uh-huh.
which relate to the West African rhythms because
Yes, that's
they have
correct.
the same roots.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's some crossover roots with the Venezuelan folkloric rhythms as well. So
Yes, yes. That is correct.
I'm just not as familiar with. It's so amazing. Like each country has their own folkloric rhythms, you know, and
Yeah.
it's so interesting to delve deep and rich to learn about all those rhythms and study them and feel them internally. And I think the polyrhythm is really a great place to start because it's foundational really to all of those folkloric rhythms, you know,
Oh,
and being able to feel the three side, you know, right, and then be able to feel the two side almost like simultaneously.
uh-huh.
That could take years, you know, that could take years to develop. But what you can just start working on is just kind of getting into the hand pattern together, right, together, right, and then just thinking, oh, let me just focus on the three side. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now, okay, I'm done with the three side. Together, right. Let me now see if I can focus on the two side, my left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And see how that kind of feels in our body doing it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Because that's how you're going to just think about it in the beginning, because you're not going to be able to feel the two at the same time until you spend hours doing that and thinking about it. Because it's a process where these neurons have to kind of connect to each other and say, okay, I can hang with you, you know, the three side. I can hang with the three side. I can hang with the two side, and I can kind of feel it. But it kind of, when you do it, it feels like there's this sort of connection going on in your system. It's like this, you know.
Yeah, that's very beautiful because there is a song that I remember when you play with play. Is I'm say coro corito estaba bailando el chimi chimito tambore. El coro bailando el coro corito el negro negrito tambore. Que baile la negra tambore. Que goce el negrito tambore. Que baile la negra tambore. Que goce el negrito.
Nice. Yeah, well, we got to get you more doing stuff like that. Like we can kind of think about ways to get you playing very folkloric rhythms like that and singing at the same time, because I think when you're using your voice as well as your body, you're going to feel the internalization of that rhythm so much better. You know, because you're singing it, you're not intellectualizing the counts, right? And that's I think we should kind of spend a little bit of time in that space as well. So
That,
all right,
I will love that.
yeah, and it'll be really cool for me to see you perform. So all right.
Okay.